Hi Cancer, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are well. I have reading for you for the period of the 17th all the way through to the 23rd of September, the last week of Virgo season. I'm so sad to see it go. What does this week bring? Right, so we've got Mars in Aquarius, squaring Uranus in Taurus. We've got that happening on the 18th, and then on the 21st, we've got the Sun conjunct Virgo in, Mercury in Virgo. So this is generally a time where communications are a lot easier. Like if there have been any, disagreements, any disruptions with the normal communication, you'll find that it generally is a good time to clarify it, clear it up and put it away. Okay, and then on the 27th, we've got Mercury Mercury leaves Virgo and goes into Libra, which is, again, a very good opportunity to really bring chaotic conversation down a couple of notches. So communication becomes really easy. It's more diplomatic. If things need to be said, they're said in a balanced and a fair way. And I think justice really is a key word for that day. On the 23rd, we've got the Sun entering Libra, and I'm going to do a separate reading on Libra season. But I think this week promises a very good opportunity for us to really get off of our chest what's on our chest. I don't think I'll take all of those, but I will take that one. Bottom of the deck, I have the Hermit in reverse. What do I have for you guys? I have the Ace of Wands. I have the Six of Cups. I have the Five of Swords. I have the Ace of Swords. Ooh, very good week. Okay, and I have the Nine of Pentacles. The last card that came out was the Queen of Pentacles, Cancer. Right. So, all of this really fast-moving energy this week, right? But it's very much a go-getter kind of energy. This is very much, Mars is the planet for the card of the Emperor. If Emperor's linked to Aries, let's think headstrong, going in at all costs, getting whatever needs to get done, moving forward with initiatives to make things, like create things and make things. This week, I think, gives you an opportunity to take on an emperor role, take on a role that requires a little bit more from you than you would normally give. Cancer, I think with Mars in Aquarius, squaring Uranus in Taurus as well, this is going to be a really nice opportunity for you to get involved in a bit of teamwork, to get people on your side with an idea that you might have. Either way, this idea is really lucrative for you, Cancer. Ace of Wands, okay? It is something to be illuminated by as well. And I think by the end of Virgo season, this is a good indication that you are definitely on the right path. And if there was an idea that you wanted to go ahead with it. I've got here the Six of Cups. This, again, is your standing within community, right? So it's teamwork incorporated in your image of how you are seen amongst your peers, your colleagues, your crowd, your family. It is also a good time for you to put your best foot forward, I would say, Cancer. I think really focus on keeping an emotional bond to that which pleases you. And I think a lot of this week is going to involve pleasure seeked from community, from work that is done with others. I've got here the Five of Swords. There seems to be an element of having to gain control over a group, a mindset. It's not necessarily conflict always, but there is an air of having to sway minds and having to win minds over. There is perhaps going to be somewhere that requires your movement in an innovative way and not a conflict-causing way. So think of what you can do and where you can go to expand your idea your thought, your plans, your community, but not in a destructive way, not in a way that you know is going to get everybody's guards up. Either way, this week, there is a victory by you to be had. Let's just avoid the conflict in the situation if possible. I've got the Ace of Swords here. Now, we've got Mercury going into Libra on the 22nd, and Mercury is all about communication. It's all about the things that we say. It's sales, it's speech, it is trade, it is, for the most part, communication. It is the translation of from here to here. With it going into Libra, this is quite a beautiful time, I would say. It is not a time to be harsh and aggressive with speech. It is, however, an opportunity for you guys to be quite eloquent and quite artistic, or have an edge of sentiment in your conversation. Libras are likely to romanticize situations, and it is in that they can create and cultivate a concept of beauty. And without art and beauty, life is just grayscale. So think about the dualities of the things that, think of the dualities of your message. What it is that you're trying to convey with this idea or with this new project in this relationship. Think of how it can spin off in a good way and how it can spin off in a bad way. So try and remain as diplomatic as possible wherever you can this week, Cancer. Okay? Now, this week, I think, with the end of Virgo season and all of these pentacles, all of the lessons of Virgo season, everything that it has come with. And I think it's been a good season for you guys, Cancer. Either way, it has left you with a feeling of self-contentment. And I want you guys to give yourself a pat on the back. Cancers have really been quite solid and consistent with the idea of cultivating self-love and dedication and hard work to the cause. There is going to be a feeling of self-contentment this week, Cancer, and I think it is in regards to something that may have occurred during Virgo season, or perhaps even in regards to a Virgo, because I have the Hermit card in reverse here, or an earth sign. It could be an earth sign. Now, I think when the Sun enters Libra on the 23rd, this really is going to be a time of seeking out beauty. And where it is that life can sometimes, imitate creation and imitate art, there needs to be a seeking balance. Luck very much is on your side, Cancer, and you have a beautiful opportunity to really create a lot of stability and self-worth and self-confidence and a position within the world where you are respected and really seeked and considered. And I think that the power in this is not just in solitude, okay? See where you can reach out to people for help. See what it is that you can do to extend your hand to help. Either way, excuse me. Either way, sorry. Cancer, this always happens in your reading. There is something that you need to look inside and illuminate. And I think this is the card that was under the Hermit in reverse. It is almost a restrictive frame of mind, Cancer. And I think one must always do his best to take a little bit of self-reflection time. One must always do whatever he can to really make things right with yourself. And sometimes the lack of that can create a real hostile environment within ourselves, because we are so ready for the punch at any given time. And I think the key for this transition, both signs of finding peace and finding inner enlightenment and beauty and cultivating balance and justice within that, I think this week is really going to require some sort of inner power, some power to transmute any negativities or any harsh energies, put it into prayer and transmute it into things that you know are going to help your community, help your cause, and get you to where you need to be. Virgo season may have left you feeling a little bit like, where is the exit button? It has been a lot of work, and it has required a lot out of you, which is, you know, the backside of all of this that we don't see. Just make sure that you're not imprisoning yourself. You know, you've got to have a diplomatic ear to Libra season going forward. But I think Virgo season is asking you to maybe look at and clarify a few inner demons, restricting behaviors, limiting thoughts, things that you might be doing to really hold yourself back. We can all have paranoias, moments where we're not as enlightened as we should do, as we should be. And when the stakes are so high and we want to cultivate as much as we can and, you know, have this image and appearance, and not just for the world but for ourselves so that we can feel good, it is very easy to get caught up in, who do I need to defeat next? What battle is it that I need to get involved in next? What can I do? Blah, 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 all of that kind of stuff. But know that this week is a solid week for you. A great time for new beginnings, and a great time for you to really push forward with things that you know will get you to places that you rightfully deserve to be. Do not leave Virgo season like this. Like, that is a total lack of illumination. And if you wish to do a bit of self-illuminating, maybe start with meditation. Meditation is perhaps the best way for you to really be able to get yourself in a condition where you are devoid of everything that's around you and are more about everything that is inside you, and seeking source from within you, so that you know that things like this sometimes equal this kind of stuff. So please don't leave Virgo season with this. And as a keynote, I want to say, exiting Virgo season, cultivate the very best that you can be. Literally, Cancer, just be the best that you can. Be your best self. Be your best self. Okay? Leave Virgo season like this, not like this. Cancer, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a beautiful week. I'm going to do a Libra season reading type thing, and I will have that up, I think, by the end of this week. Midweek, end of the week. We'll see how it goes. Thank you for joining me. Have a wicked week. Bye, guys.